Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Escaping by Private Boat. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's episode of our show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. Have you seen the foreigners breaking through the border fence recently and then smashing past the guards and forcing their way into the country? Well, that's just a very small glimpse of what's coming. We suspect that Americans are going to see a rapid growth in chaos, social unrest, food and supply chain disruptions, and an ever greater explosion in crime. As all of that unfolds, we suspect that the authorities will pull back even more aggressively and stop enforcing the laws. They'll stop prosecuting criminals. They'll start letting criminals out of prison or jail. It'll become the worst of both worlds. Social and criminal chaos combined with a massive decline in law enforcement. What will this lead to? It'll lead to many more people deciding to finally exit the chaos. What will cause them to pull the trigger on a decision that major? A number of things. The public schools, we predict, will completely implode with crime and violence. The crime in the areas you live in will increase so dramatically that many people will be reluctant to go out at night and eventually even during the day by themselves. The supply of food and gas will diminish. The tension and social unrest will increase to a point where people won't even want to make eye contact with each other out in public. All of those people who thought owning a home and living in a gated community would make them safer will soon find out that just the opposite is true. Gated communities will become massive magnets and targets for crime and looters looking for more food and money. The more aware people are, the more they will start planning their exit strategy. They'll decide to start withdrawing money from their bank accounts, relocating to another place to live, convincing family members and friends to do the same. They'll have to make some serious decisions about whether or not they believe they'll have a job going forward. These are all critical decisions. And when these problems go from bad to critical to worse, then a lot of good people will have those decisions made for them when they look out the window and they see all the panic and unrest in the neighborhood. When they see the traffic and congestion of people leaving the area. When they see how compromised and diminished the food supply is. When they see the crime in their area go from bad to immeasurable. Eventually, the police will stop reporting the crime statistics. That's when things will go ballistic, but for many people, it'll be too late by then if they haven't prepared in advance. That's because the first few weeks of the panic-driven exodus will be so challenging that leaving by car or on foot will not be the option they had hoped for. The roads will be crowded and full of too many criminals. It'll be like watching a stampede out of a soccer stadium after the home team loses the game. Have you ever seen that on news? It's not even a stampede, it's a riot. The fighting and the conflict will be everywhere. So if you don't have a private plane, what is the next best exodus option? Well, some people will decide that the only way to avoid the chaotic beginning of the exodus without getting stuck in traffic is to take your private boat and leave by water. If you have a plane, then God bless you. But most people don't, so if they own a boat, that's the option. These people will believe that getting a few miles offshore and away from the societal breakdown that they see occurring will be best accomplished by taking some supplies and extra gas and getting offshore. Get far enough away so that the riders can't see you from the shore, but you want to be close enough so that you can see what they're doing and close enough to get a radio signal so you can keep up with what's happening. The most important thing will be to maintain your safety and security at any cost. And accomplishing that by moving offshore for a few days or a few weeks will be a strong option. We suspect that all of those people who have purchased an underground bunker and who believe that they'll be able to ride out the storm that way will be surprised by how difficult it is to sit in a hole for months or weeks. It won't be easy. But if you're in a boat offshore and the sun is shining on your face and your ability to protect yourself and maintain security will keep your spirits high and protect your family. And you'll see that having the ability to move whenever you want by water will be much more psychologically advantageous than being trapped underground in a bunker hole. How long do we predict this unrest will last? That depends on what part of the country you're in. It may blow over quickly or it may endure for quite a while. That will be determined by the precise nature of of where you are and what's happening there. We predict that increasing your options and ability to move by boat will definitely increase your personal safety. Most middle-class boats can't carry the supplies needed to feed your family for a month, so you may want to hide or bury some supplies within walking distance of the beach so that you can come to shore from time to time to resupply. Is this an option for everybody? No. Most people don't have a boat, but those that do will definitely have an escape path that will be safer than most. That's if your boat is still there and hasn't been stolen by the time you decide to leave the city. Remember, this will be about preparation and your ability to endure lots of stress. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to get the word out. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.